Hey everybody, this is Bart Smith, author of BS the Book, your favorite how-to guide on busting through BS in your life. What a great book. Great advice inside. And this particular perspective or philosophy that I came up with pretty recently, like a year ago or so, is pretty darn cool. And I think about it and I witness it every day. Well, I don't know about every day, but you know what I'm talking about, often. And it's called my 1/3 rule for life, living and surviving it. Okay? My 1/3 rule for life, living it, and surviving it. And what this is this: 1/3 action plus 1/3 reaction plus 1/3 fate. And let me get into this. This is so cool. And when you understand that your life actually does model this 1/3 rule, you'll say to yourself, okay, I can categorize that event in category 1, action, or category 2, reaction, or category 3, fate. Wow, this is pretty cool. Then you'll start accumulating like, wow, I've had a lot of positive fate interventions or things happening in my life. Check this out. Okay, so you know that I've come to observe something very particular about life and living it. When you see what I see, I think you'll start having more faith when faith is really needed, and trust when trust is needed, and above all, from my 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 rule of life, you'll have a higher level of peace than you ever had. Check this out. Now, in life, 1/3 of life equals action on our part, which means 1/3 of what happens to us is under our control, our effort, our actions, our activities. We are directly in control of this. You want something? You go get it. You go do it. You're in control. Don't do anything? Well, remain inactive and lazy? Well, then watch what happens. Nothing, I've got to get going here. And you got to muster yourself up. Got to put those feet on the floor. You got to start walking. And, so with action in your life, just watch what happens, good and or bad, comes in response. So action, doing things, activities. Now, the second 1/3 part of life is what I call reaction to your action, such as 1/3 of life that happens to us is a direct result of what we do or don't do. When we act, we cause a reaction in the world back at us, good or bad. Whether it be joy back at us, pain, payday, rewards, mistakes we made and we can learn from, a smile we put on someone's face, in their heart, or sadness and a frown. Maybe we made somebody feel bad. Keep in mind, the more good we do, hopefully, the more good will come back at us in that reactionary state. So work hard, chin up, constantly learn new skills, knowledge, be good, and do your best always, and see how the world and people react in your direction. Hopefully, amazingly, right? Great. Then, here comes the kicker. The third 1/3 of life equals fate delivers out of nowhere, such as 1/3 of life that happens to us happens without our doing, per se, knowing or personal influence, such as you're walking down the street one day and you find a $100 bill on the ground. Wow, you needed money that week to pay a bill, right? Well, you didn't work for it, action, to earn that $100, and you weren't paid by someone outside of you as a reaction of you doing something so you could get paid. No, fate stepped in and just gave you $100. Now, fate can also step in and give you the number 1 parking spot at the grocery store, or nobody in line at the grocery store so you can whisk right through. This happened to me once when I was helping a friend with his website. I knew I'd be on the phone with him for a couple hours, and I knew I wasn't going to get paid for it. Not that I expected it. But everyone's time is valuable, right? Well, we work, we want to be paid, or we wish we could be paid, even when working with friends. Well, check this out. I did need some money that week to pay a cell phone bill or something coming up in a few days. Well, cash was tight for me that week. In working with him on his website hosting account, we noticed something. He paid approximately $450 for 4 years and was due a refund if he was to cancel only a year into the contract. These are just numbers that came to us as we were looking at his hosting account and his bill. I quickly did the math and estimated that his refund would be around $300. He said, Bart, if you can get that money refunded to me, I'll use that money to pay you for helping me. Whoa. He didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. I was working. I didn't expect to be paid. But out of the blue, the hosting company said, you've overpaid this. We can issue you a refund right now. You'll have it on your credit card in 3 days. And my friend was like, Bart, let me give you that $300. Wow. Strange how fate steps in. Thank you, Mr. or Miss Fate. So, whoa, I never saw that coming. So 1/3 of life, fate, stepped in on me in that instance. Who knew his refund would wind up in my pocket? Now I had to act. 1/3. I had to see what kind of reaction my friend would get and give to me. We'd get from the hosting company, and wow, we got them on the phone. I made the refund request, and we got it. Wow, talk about fate stepping in. Sure, I put forth action, but who saw that my friend could get a refund if we didn't look? That morning I woke up, I didn't know $300 was going to fall into my lap later that afternoon. You can be sure it was a pleasure to finish helping my friend with what he needed on his website. So the lesson here to all of this is, and this is my 1/3 rule of life, as with life, when you least expect it, and you put forth your wishes and desires out to the universe, and you work hard, and you're grateful for what comes to you, wow, you've got that added 1/3 wind to kick into your sail, that good things can, do, and will happen to you outside of your own actions and those of others and the world in your direction. You're not alone when it comes to solving your problems and overcoming BS. The universe is watching out for you too, and is there to help you when you least expect it. That's a nice, comforting feeling to know. I think so, and I believe. So what do you think about my 1/3 rule for life? 1/3 action, 1/3 reaction, and 1/3 fate, just out of the blue. And I'll give you another quick little example. I do work hard, like a lot of people, and we want to be paid. Well, I have a particular affiliate account where I get a commission every month. And sometimes it's about $100 on average, $100 here, 90 there, 110 there, 95 there. So consistently for months, it's about the $100. Well, I looked, I look every month to see, is it 150, 200? Would you believe it? I looked, and without looking and tracking and, okay, I should expect this coming up this next payday. I don't really do that. It's just, if it drops in my PayPal account, I'm good with it. Well, this month's commission check was $857. That was going to be dropped into my PayPal account. Wait a minute. I've gone from 100, 100, 100. Why is it 800? And I do my research and I find out that a lot of the clients were renewing on their annual basis. So that means that at that time, that month, that particular time of the year, I'm $750 richer. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. So that's what I say. Keep in mind, put out your action. Be mindful that your reaction be as positive as it can be because you're putting out good stuff. And then just know that the universe is also working for you. They're working for you. Anyhow, what do you think about that? Put it in the comments below. And if you like what you heard about my 1/3 rule of action, reaction, and fate, then subscribe to my channel and enter my world. Hit the like button and the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos and other BS busting content. Hey, here's to you living your life BS free like me.